desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. You see the title, you see the thumbnail, so you know what we're here to do.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get the binoculars out in time.
Look, well, let's not stand on ceremony, mate. Let's start the show.
All right, so let's jump right on into this thing, shall we? We're a little bit late. My apologies. Yo. Sunspot. Got my boy looking extra crispy over here. Okay, sight. Actually, I did not do the take it off auto quality, so we'll see. Hey, and then a couple of things, man. The key art for my guy Bishop and him coming to the game.
Good evening, agents, and welcome back to another Marvel Future Fight live stream. Thanks for joining us as always. I'm your community manager, 3RL.
Okay.
I can't believe it's already another live stream. I feel like time just flies. I blink, go to sleep.
Man, bro, what do you mean the time flies? We've been over here dying for an update.
You've already seen it posted on the forums a little bit, but we're here. How you doing, announcer?
It's
check.
Good to be back. Hey man, I'm actually glad that everybody's was enjoying the 10-year anniversary. I saw a lot of positivity and a lot of
Agreed,
community
yeah.
sentiment that was
Yeah.
really overall
Y'all
positive
cooked?
compared to the recent updates. So I hope you guys enjoyed all those goodies, all the good events.
Okay, let me get situated so we can watch.
Yeah, it's 10 years. It's crazy. I still can't get over it.
I know. What's up,
Oh, God,
everybody?
got
in
an
the
echo
chat?
going
Trying to have
there.
My iPad over here so I can say hello. Check it out. Hope everyone is doing well on this Monday evening. Thank you again for joining us. Anyway, let's get right into it. But announcer.
Okay, so looks like one of the codes is back to the 90s, so they're probably wrapping up the actual stream.
What it takes to be recruited by Professor X.
I mean, bro, if
Definitely.
like some tech guy, some sound guy on the back end, that would be all over you, dude.
Yeah.
I wonder what your
definitely
superpower would be.
could help with the tech side. I would, whether they need a DJ or some morale or, just I want to be a part of the X-Men.
DJ 3RL.
To me, my X-Men. Anyway, X-Men, as you know, superheroes to protect humanity with their mutant superpowers are back. Everyone known has seen June is Marvel Anime 97, which I know many agents have been looking forward to, and I've been seeing it in the comments.
Yeah, they've been super excited for X-Men 97 forever, and I'm super glad that we're finally doing this live, bro. Let's go.
Turned up the volume in the chat. How do I sound? Everybody let me know. In this update,
Yeah, much better.
turn up a little bit more. All right, check. How do I sound? Pump
Hey,
up
can
the
y'all hear
volume.
him pretty good?
Pump up the volume says, I hate
All
this.
right. All right. Let me know. We'll check it. Too low. Okay. Just kind of getting it figured out. Wait a little bit. Okay. Cool. Anyway, right into it. Thanks for being patient. All right. In this update, Beast has received a new uniform and a tier 4 advancement, and Storm and Cyclops have also got new uniforms.
Yeah.
There they are.
Yeah.
Their portraits, even the portraits themselves, dude, kind of give off that nostalgic vibe.
The announcers
The red background
needs to
dude,
And they're very
adjust
clean.
his shit,
I will
bro.
say there's a lot of details going in there. Also, Roberto da Costa, aka Sunspot, was introduced as a new mutant at Xavier School and has stumbled his way into the battlegrounds of Marvel Future Fight as a new hero joining the game, and you'll be able to get him tomorrow.
I'm always proud to have some Latino representation, bro. Let's go.
And lastly, there's one hero who's been left out, and you've seen the beautiful key art. That's Bishop. He'll be joining the team in a future update, so be to check it out in the forums for more information when that
Bishop
comes.
tier 4?
So if you're a Bishop fan, stay tuned.
Bishop tier 4?
All right. Who in the chat is an X-Men 97 fan? Please spam the X if you've seen the show.
Let's get those X's.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
chat,
no
fam.
doubt.
If you're a
No
X-Men
doubt we've
97.
seen that.
All right, I see someone saying there's a little bit of reverb. Echo bad. Okay, turning it back down. Thanks.
Not for you, for the announcer.
Okay, cool. Got it. We're working on it, chat. Thanks for being patient. Let's see if we got some X's in the chat. I have to confess here and say I really wanted to like binge watch all of the available season before this live stream. But I was, got busy. I did watch the recent Marvel movie that came out to Disney Plus. I think it came out this weekend or last.
Oh God,
And
you
I'm
pass
still
on the
waiting to see
good content
Thunderbolts.
and
But
you watch
anyway,
the
enough about
trash.
that. Look at
Like,
all those
come
X's in
on,
the chat.
bro.
Let's go. We
Come
got
on,
fans.
you gotta
All right.
do better,
Just a
3RL.
little
You
spiel
gotta
before
do
we get
better.
started. It's time to dive into the June update, but first, please note the footage
Yeah, I
percentage
know
day
you're
is on
working
a
for
test
Marvel, so you
build
really
in a test
can't say,
environment, and there still might be differences from what you see on my screen versus what was released in the forum. So just in case you're new here, we also have a gift for agents at the very end, so please look out for that. And as always, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. With that, let's jump into the June updates.
No doubt. Let's get it. Let's go.
All right, first up, just
Now,
gonna
see,
give
this
quick,
I don't
shout out
understand.
to Goliath,
Why didn't
Yellow
they
Jacket, and Cassie
transcend
Lane, who have
potential for any
transcendence.
mutants
be
that
sure to
have
look
not
forward to them
had that
and with
yet?
this update, but let's jump into the action, shall we? Alrighty, first we're gonna meet Sunspot, a new hero added to this update. Let's take a look at his uniform here. He is ripped. There we go.
To see them all like blacked out like that.
Yeah, with like the particles, it look really fun.
Yeah, he's got a really cool design.
All right, yeah. He's a new hero. He uses solar energy, absorbs the light around him, and appears black, just like the name when he uses his ability. You think you look at the stun, maybe you shouldn't have stared at it directly, but it makes sense, sunspots.
What is
he
that
can be advanced to a
noise?
tier 3 right after release. And Sunspot gathers solar energy and bursts into a
That
powerful
boom,
explosion.
boy, got all kind
The
of shit
steps
going
are
on.
so hot, he
Dang.
makes the ground as hot as the surface of the sun when he attacks his enemies. His leader skill is called Sunshine. Zoom out a little bit, he's not so far away. Applies to all allies, increases speed by a small percentage. His passive skill is called Solar Heat and increases flame damage for all
What the fuck is
allies.
that thumping?
And his tier 2 passive is called Blessed by the Sun. Applies to self and increases guaranteed crit rate, ignores target dodge rate, and increases skill and bonus damage. I wish I was blessed by the sun. But let's take a look.
Okay, a little hiccup there.
All righty. You're gonna be missed, announcer. All right. All right. Again, as always, just trying to have fun with this. So let's check out that run speed. To be fair, for a flyer, he seems a little slow, but that's okay.
No, he's
All
got
right.
pretty good
Haven't
speed.
seen many of these skills outside
He's
of just
got pretty
pressing
good
around the
speed.
buttons and that little
Storm
intro
doesn't.
thing, but let's check it right out. First skill is called Sunstrike.
So don't sit up here and say that and then put a storm up here that's slow as fuck. Like
Alright.
don't
Cool
do
down.
that.
Yeah, there we go. All right, one more time. Sunstrike.
Okay.
All right, well, that's fun. This causes
Little-
burn
little zip
paralysis and
move.
flame
Not bad, not bad.
damage. Skill number 2 is called Solar Storm. These guys on the left are going to experience that one. Silence and incapacitation with some flame damage as well. Oh, I like those particles. There you got some of those like little black dots popping around. Is anyone in the chat like a science nerd and can tell me like how hot something has to get to turn that color? Then that'd be really great. We can educate all of us in the chat. All right, skill number 3 is called Solar Prominence. Let's check it out. Oh, Yeah, those guys are having a bad day. It's like melting them. If like it's an effect of melting.
Oh, okay.
Burn and
Okay.
Decreases in flame resistance and adds paralysis and applies a self recovery of HP, accumulate pure damage, and increase basic attack based on pure damage accumulated. Skill number 4 is called Solar Blast.
Okay.
Direct. Oh yeah, it's also.
Yo, that's dope.
You know, our favorite V-pad.
So that's the V-pad. Nice.
Feels like dragon's breath a little bit, but I guess the sun would feel real hot, so.
Yeah, the fire looks like legit sun. Fire.
Now you can experience
Give
the
me
sun
1
in
second.
real life.
I gotta run and
Go
grab
to
something.
the sun and melt yourself. All right, this causes stun and applies a self invincible. Skill number 5 is called Nuclear Fusion. Makes his own mini sun. Again, from the perspective of like you're a baddie in this game, or you're just a baddie in the universe of Marvel, and you like happen to stumble upon someone like Sunspot, you're not. You're that's your last day of service. This causes burn and decreases all basic defense and applies itself and increases basic attack, defense, speed, and crit rate while removing incapacitation. All right, next up, let's check out his ultimate skill, Flare.
Oh, right.
Are you still able to see the chat over there, announcer? Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. I know your mic is a little on the fritz, but let's check out Flare Bomb. Yeah, so now he's burning so hot that he's like...
Oh, yo, that's dope.
Yeah, those guys are wrecked.
That's dope. And he has a tier 3, not an awakened skill. Also dope. We already know all of the typings because the patch notes leaked.
All right, let's jump into those combos real quick before we move on to the next hero. All right, 3,
which I'm a little disappointed in, but not too upset.
Real quick.
I mean, now I know.
As always, you can check
certain
out those
things
combos
going in.
Look to your fellow community members and content creators. They always come up with really good combos. All right, following up, Beast, who has an animal-like strength and agility, has received a tier 4 advancement.
Yo, yo, yo. Keeping the cash cows for the end, huh?
Alrighty. As one of the founding members of the X-Men, Beast also has a brilliant talent in science and has an animal-like battle style. I gotta love his look too. Again, just take a look.
What is that thumping?
He looks like he's like a sports player. He's like getting ready to go to action. He slays his enemies with his sharp claws. He also uses weapons that he's invented, even components of the Sentinel, to attack enemies. His leader skill, Scientific Mind, his passive skill, Self-Embrace, and his tier 2 passive, Power Science, will all remain the same. So be sure to check those out. I do believe they are listed on the forum as well.
Yo, Storm's idle animation is kind of fire. Actually.
Yeah, he looks like a linebacker. All right, so let's go. Obviously, we got to choose Cyclops.
Yo, yo, yo.
Feels like they could be, friends or acquaintances, cousins, and then Cable, Heart, Darkness. That's a fun one for me. All right, let's go ahead and check out what Beast can do in game. Someone said I should do the Beast haircut. I'm into it.
No, please don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
I know. All right, let's turn off that cooldown. Yeah. See, he looks like he wants to play football, but maybe I guess if you're a linebacker, you can like.
He's got pretty solid movement speed.
I'm not.
He's not slow, but he's not the fastest character.
Announcer, I don't know if you got any.
He could stand to be a little more agile.
Let's jump right into it. First skill is called Beast Hunt.
He covers a lot of ground. It's just deceptive because of.
This causes bleed, as you can see. I just like the way that looks. Skill 2 is called Rolling Stamp.
Okay.
Oh, whose skill was like that recently that did like a hop? I can't remember
freaking Red Guardian.
Reminds me of that one.
So
this causes
they
incapacitation.
copy pasted Red Guardian, changed the coloring. Same
All right,
skill.
skill number 3 is called Technology and Ferocity.
Technology and
So we'll
ferocity.
throw some stuff out. Yeah, some little. Whoa, dang, messed up the ground there.
Oh, that's cool.
Looks like
That's a
he throws
skill
out
that you can
a
actually
couple
cancel
little,
with base.
At first, I thought they were stun grenades, but they definitely cause some fire damage there. This causes burn, stun, and applies a self barrier. Accumulates pure damage. Increases all basic attack based on pure damage accumulated. All right, skill number 4 is called Sentinel Smash.
Okay. Yo, he
is he taking
pulls
the
a sentinel
arm of the
hand
sentinel
down
and
and smacks him with it.
flinging it around?
Yeah, it did say
Yo.
use a sentinel suit.
Yeah, I was imagining. I think there's some other skills that use some sentinel stuff, and I was maybe he's gonna.
That's
like,
actually
like,
dope.
throws
That's
down a
that's
head,
kind of a
or maybe
new
that was
thing.
another character, but yeah.
Sentinel.
Yeah, but that one he's like literally taking it and using it. That's a good way to
Yo,
use
that's
it.
a fly
This causes
animation.
burn, shock, and stun. Decreases basic defense and is stackable, and applies itself a recovery of HP with 100% chance to grant all
I
damage.
mean, so
immune and
far,
increase
if Beast
basic
Kit is
attacks.
there,
All right, skill number 5 is
if the
instinctual
damage is there,
attack.
he may be pretty
Those of you
good.
left haven't had enough action, so let's give
You can
them
cancel
some.
the 3 as
Oh,
long
I
as you can
wanna call it
cancel the
low, but,
5.
Oh, I love that one. Skill 5 is my favorite of his so far.
Yeah.
Spread them all out, so we'll do these little guys here too.
Yeah, because I don't think you can
This
cancel the
causes bleed, fear,
4.
and incapacitation. Applies invincible.
If you
increases
can
basic
cancel
damage
that
percentage
5th
for
skill and
1
still get
attack.
most of those
His
hits,
awakened skill will remain the same. Hunter's Chase. But let's
you'll
check
be
it out
alright.
in uniform as we like to do. Barrage.
Oh man, who
Alright,
said
one
you
more time.
jumps
I
down
wanna
with
see
him?
it. Sorry, chat, if you've seen this too many times, but I want to see it one more time.
Angel and
And then lastly, we will have his
is that
striker
Angel
skill,
and
which is
Cable?
precise
I mean, Angel
analysis.
and Bishop.
And I added Storm, of course, because you gotta keep the X-Men in a crew. This causes this ignores all damage over
Yo,
max HP.
Wait a
increases
minute,
basic
is that
damage.
the skill from the show?
Combo time? Will we
Where
go
she
2 for 2?
electrifies
We'll
the
see.
fence that Magneto dropped?
3.
Yo,
4,
if that is,
and
that's
5.
fucking fire, bro.
Quick. Yeah, we're good. Alrighty. Beast is a beloved character who is both a genius scientist and a compassionate
Matter of fact, I
member of the
think
X-Men
Beast
team.
pulled the smack him with
Up
the
next, we have
hand in
Storm,
the show
who controls
too.
the wind and weather, and has also gained new power through this
Hey,
update.
yo, let's go.
All right, as you can see here, we have the new looks and abilities for Storm, whose priority is to protect mutants and the
Yeah.
world. As we know, Storm manipulates the weather, such as wind, ice, and
Hey, that
thunder, to
bump
attack her
is
enemies.
just-
Always thought she was a really cool character, personally. In addition, she can also buff herself with her skills and attack together with Magneto as well, so look out for that one. Her leader skill, Fair Wind, applies to all allies and increases all speed. Her passive skill, Eye of the Storm, will remain the same, but her tier 2 passive, Churning Storm, has an increased skill and bonus damage while decreasing damage received.
I don't know what the hell is causing that,
So check
bro.
out her uniform options as well.
And it only happens on
Let's
that
see.
screen.
I
So
personally
whatever it
play with
is
Cyclops. She's
localized
part
to
of
the
crew.
main.
And then Moon Knight, because I wish there'd be a
screen.
second season. And last, let's go with Ebony Maw. Now to check out her skills in game.
It's on the
You gotta
main
catch that little
scene.
hero entrance. As always, let's give her a good.
Something's broken.
She seems very slow. She is casually getting to wherever she needs to be, living her best life.
It was a little faster.
They need to
Yeah,
update
Sunspot's
their
definitely
OBS.
faster. She's a little dusty. She's hovering just close enough to the ground.
Ah, fucking shit.
All right.
Hey, her movement
First skill
speed is
the
not
lightning
bad. It's a lot
dash.
better, actually.
Shock and paralysis. Ooh, I like that one.
Oh,
Actually.
that
was
actually
quite the
has-
dash,
yeah.
actually.
So they increased the
I was trying to
distance.
go to those guys. I still got the guy on the left there.
A
Again,
little
this
bit.
causes shock and paralysis. And skill number 2 is called a wind snare. I appreciate that her set of skills kind of incorporates all the different elements. That's fun to me. little wind up before
Okay.
that wind, little cyclone. It's almost like she's throwing a cyclone punch.
So
know?
you can actually kind of throw that in there.
Lightning damage, actually.
Hey, her rotation may
Shocking
change.
end. All right, skill number 3 is called Ice Spike.
Hopefully it's different. Oh, it goes out in all directions now. That's actually dope. I like that. I like that it goes in all directions now.
Yeah, I apologize ahead in the chat if the mic is extra sensitive today. I'll try to not to be so crazy or loud or hurt anyone's ears. I can't help it if it happens. And trust me, it's probably going to happen at least one time. All right. Again, Ice Spike. Check it out one last time. This causes chill and applies itself increased to basic attack, defense, speed, and crit rate while moving.
Okay, so it applies chill, but does it apply cold damage?
It's called Conductive Strikes. Woo. All right, let's check it out. Oh, there's Magneto way over the side. Try it on a little bit.
Oh, so Magneto comes out with her.
Right
oh,
here, so
that's fucking dope.
Oh, he's taking. That's cool. Okay, so he's taking. She's electrocuting metal that Magneto throws in. That's kind of fun to get a better. There we go. See, just it's kind of off.
You really can't see him.
This guy's a shock fracture.
Yeah, you really can't see him. He needs to
5 is called Omega
cast
Storm.
it in head of him.
Pretty hefty name. Let's see if it lives up to the title. Oh, I mean, already, yeah. The lightning eyes means she's there for business. This increases all resistances to chill. Causes stun, increases all basic defense while applying to self recovery of HP and increasing all basic attack. Let's check out her ultimate skill, Goddess Judgment. This one will remain the same, but I just like seeing them all because, you know, it's fun. That guy was selected. He is doomed.
Did they increase the number of hits?
Yeah.
And all their cell phones are now charged.
Charged or fried. And her striker skill will also remain the same. This one accumulates a small percentage of pure lightning and chill damage when attacking, increases lightning and chill damage. Let's just go ahead and take a look. And I threw in their Gambit just for fun. You know, I'm a fan. All right. It's time for a combo. 3 in a row. Let's go. 3, 5, and 4. Oh, I think, yeah. 4 is the
yeah, that's nice.
All right.
That's nice. So now you can really apply 2 different types of cold damage with her, because I think the 3 is instantly cancelable now, which is dope. Because before it had a slight delay on it, and a lot of people would just cancel it immediately into the 5th.
He can blast powerful energy beams from his eyes, and he can.
So hopefully they ramp the damage on that skill.
Cyclops is an iconic figure that leads the mutants, and I have to say personally, back in the day, if I look back at like watching the show,
yeah, I'm kind of satisfied with Storm.
Besides the man who says "bub,"
I still wish, like, if the 1 was a V-pad, it would be so much better. You should be able to control which direction you dash.
Shine, he's a new hero, you know how it goes. And it's nice to see the older generation lend a hand to the up-and-coming heroes. His leader skill is Natural Born Leader. This increases all basic attack by a higher percentage, as well as basic defense.
And then you can hit him with the 2 and then dash off after the combo, man. Say
energy attack and basic damage dealt to super villains. And his tier 2 passive ignores dodge rate. Gets a buff with super
but that
armor
5th skill with Magneto is
a high percentage
fucking sick.
Bonus damage. And last up, we'll check out his
or the 4th skill. The 4th skill.
Well, let's go with Venom, because I always gotta let her pass.
And her lightning's yellow now.
Oh,
that's also pretty dope.
In the class of the look for Cyclops, shall we? Here we go. It is a little intro there.
All right, Psych, let's get it.
Okay, all right.
Let's get it, boy.
The little red bar at the end.
Pretty decent foot speed. Pretty decent.
His eye lasers are so intense, you know? Alrighty. Skill number 1 is Blazing Punch. Hope everyone's doing well in the chat this evening. This causes shock and snare. Imagine getting punched in the face and then shot with a laser beam. Alright, skill number 2 is called Optic Crush. Again, sounds like someone's gonna, yep.
Okay, partial eye frame.
The laser beam is so intense that it rips up the ground and, yeah, destroys your day. This causes stun, fracture, and paralysis.
I wonder if you can cancel that.
It's called Double Optic
after the rip.
Yeah, you're having a bad day. I'm telling you, if you're,
you may not need both of those hits.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to mess with most of these superheroes or supervillains. This causes burn. Fear
Nice.
Itself, granting all
nice. Something you can.
Increases all basic attack based on.
Maybe you just have to do the first shot up in the air.
Skill number 4 is called Optic Prism.
Okay. Optic Prism didn't change. Oh, that's dope.
Ooh. That guy was wrecked. All right, one more
that
time.
Is sick, bro.
Oh, there we go.
That is a sick animation, bro.
Got a little bit of everybody. One more time.
Fucking psych.
The other one was perfect before. It's because of stun incapacity.
Let's go.
Right? Decreases all basic defense and is stackable and applies itself.
And shout out to my guy Cyclops,
I didn't have
man.
any caffeine today. I'll blame it on that. All right. Skill 5 is called Sunspot Bomb. I'm gonna reset these guys.
Hey, so far the animations are beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Now everyone's back there.
Shout out to the animation team, man. Yo, something that. Oh, he fucking threw a spirit bomb with the optic blast, bro. Oh, he charged up.
Has a little like laser beams.
This dude charged up Sunspot, bro.
Right, but this causes burn and paralysis and applies itself a recovery.
Hey, you know what would be dope is if they had it where it looks like they changed his tier 3 skill.
His ultimate skill, shall we? Raise.
Did they change that?
All right. This one decreases all basic defense, decreases speed, causes burn and snare, and applies itself. Increases guaranteed crit rate, 100% chance to penetrate.
They should have upped the hits.
Shield, all damage immune. And it grants invincibility, increases basic damage by a large percentage for 1 attack, and ruins your day. All right, and then we'll just go ahead and check out the skill as well. This one will remain the same, but it's called Piercing Beam. Now that everyone is all spread apart.
Oh, Professor X, yeah. Okay, doesn't hit anybody, so it's just a buff.
Combo time. Combo time. 3, 5, and 4.
Let's see it.
I love the 5 when he pops up. He even jumps up there. All right. Well, the professor loved to say, "Trust happens when action meets words." Combo.
I gotta see that again. We're gonna go back and we're gonna,
3,
dissect it a little bit after the stream.
I love the the 5 when he pops up.
Hey,
he even jumps
Cyclops could be a beast, bro.
All right. Well, the professor loved to say,
is Cyclops gonna replace
happens when action
Magneto?
meets words. Thank you, Cyclops, for those great words. I appreciate it.
No. It'll be Blast. It's not a lot of Blast hero stuff.
Section, shall we?
It's Blast villain. Blast male.
All right, there we go.
Maybe.
Alrighty then, with the character showcase finished up.
Hey, Magneto might actually be a DPS. I mean, Cyclops might actually be a DPS this go round.
In the forum, you already know. Elite gear has been created to give your heroes the edge in the battle to come. Tier 4 heroes will be able to break their
I mean, so far the skill
stronger
cancels look
than ever
clean.
before.
Okay,
But
here's the new
the
stuff.
question is, what does that mean? And if you haven't seen the forum, a 5th gear slot has been unlocked, and agents will be able to choose the specialization stats that gears. Gear
So
stats
it's
for
a
elite gear.
5th
each hero,
gear.
can be customized on your own, whatever you like there. So let's take a closer look at the upgrading of that elite gear, shall we? All right. With that being said, bear in mind this is a test build, and as you can see, there's no gear equipped on some of these characters, but that's okay. If you want to, I have some gear on some other characters later, but let's go ahead and jump into. We're on Cyclops. We'll stay here. As mentioned earlier, elite gear are upgradable gears and are only available for tier 4 heroes.
Okay.
As you saw in that slide earlier, there are 4 types of elite gear, and the type of elite gear is available for each hero may differ. An elite gear has 4 specializations. Man, whoo, it's hard. Words are hard. Has 4 specialization stats, 3 common specialization stats, and 1 unique stats for the base. And you can kind of see this down here.
They finally killed it,
out at the moment, but you'll get right in with the materials. For example, Sword of Bones, you see, will have an increase to all elemental damage, where there's a Serpent Crown with the increase basic damage received, and we can even show you right here. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see how it works. Just give a quick unlock, and each character has different gear that you'll need. So you see, now we have some. We can manage the gear. Click here.
Okay.
And then I only on level 1, so
you got all attack, all defense, HP, crit rate, dodge, recovery rate, and I think you can scroll down.
Out, shall we? At least here. All right, all the material we have selected.
Or is it just base stats?
Let's push it through.
I don't think it's anything crazy in there like Pierce or shit like that.
And then now we have all these points, so we can apply them wherever we want. Don't mind me. I'm just, giving you a good example, but. You apply. Bam. Go back. Look at that, I made it a challenge. But yeah, when you unlock the gear, you increase that level. When you level up gear, you can acquire gear stats and specialization stats, as you see. And you can distribute the gear and stats how you would like that suits your heroes and your player style. Aside from old materials, you've noticed 2 new materials in there as well. We have that can be found in the World Boss Legend and Arena Shop. And if you didn't see those are the Godstone here.
Okay.
And the other one, as you saw here, is Power of Demiurge.
Team Arena Battle, World Boss Legend. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
oh, yeah. Oh, right. Just pretend, everyone, that you're hearing the announcer. Anyway. I keep forgetting there's microphone issues. Right. So be sure you play this extra content so you can get that.
Wow, shout out to 3RL for carrying the show, bro.
World Boss Legend in Team Battle Arena. All right. Moving on. Aside from this, a card crafting tutorial has been added and related features have been improved. We'll check that out next, shall we?
Yeah, the card crafting.
All right, now the premium cards can also be changed to premium boost card packs to save your inventory slot. Be sure to always check out those locked cards.
Oh, really?
Don't want to convert the ones you don't need. And the last thing you want to do is
you can convert them into premium boost cards.
But also,
that is fucking dope. Now you're not
card crafting event.
That's nice.
Right here. Hold on 1 second.
So just be careful in the premium cards that you're converting.
One moment.
In the boost cards, because you don't want to convert the wrong ones.
The last thing, so that was in relation to the card crafting item. This can change the color of the crafted star that you've added. It's called the card recraft ticket. So let me show you that one real quick.
And probably the easiest way would be to lock all the cards you want to keep and then unlock the ones you want to convert to boost cards. But if you're bulk doing it, check that shit twice.
These are just some random ones. Let's go with Gwenpool. Select that one. All right. You can use items like this to change the color of the stars into one of the starting from the left. But there's one thing to watch out for. The craft options will also be changed. So please check if you're willing to change the color of the stars, even if the craft option will be changed. All right. So that's
Did they just make it easier to craft cards, bro?
This thing next, but that's okay. Now is the card crafting quest that I mentioned and you've seen in the forum.
Did they just make it easier to craft your cards, bro? Did they just level the playing fucking field?
Let's just do that for fun.
Oh, bro.
There we go. Got a little bit in action.
Oh,
all right,
bro.
Now let's go over to the card crafting quest. Say that 5 times fast for me.
Oh, bro. That is stupidly broken.
Oh, right.
I'm loving this update.
The card crafting quest is an event for new players, or actually everyone, but you can select one premium card that you want to craft from the list. And I believe we have a video we can show of that was played earlier. All right. So basically I can't select it again, but there's a quick video. There's going to be about, I think there's 9 to 12 different cards on there you can pick.
Okay.
And some of the exclusions include the What If, Ghost Rider, and Marvel Zombies. But other than that, most of them can be selected. So we're going to show that quick video.
So those can't be selected right, or they can?
There we go. All right, here we go. I was watching one of our content creators videos earlier, and I went with Luna Snow for this little test. But you can see the different ones available here. Let's see. And then once you collect it, then there's going to be, you can proceed with these quests with a premium comic card you selected, and you'll get that 6-star crafted premium comic card as such.
Okay.
All right. Now, back to me. All right. Whew. All right, so as you can see here, you can get that 3-star card recraft ticket in these here. Check out here, some of these rewards. Might be going too fast for everybody.
Premium boost cards. What was that? What is that?
Quest will require a different kind of thing you need to do. For example, Dimension Quest clear everybody.
Hell to the no.
Crafted premium comic card as such.
What the hell is that? Is that a card trader?
All right. Whew. All right. So as you can see here, you can get that.
What the hell is that?
Recraft ticket in these here. Check out here some of these rewards.
What is that? Change premium card option one time. Okay, so that was the. Okay, so it's the stars. So that was the thing that they was just showing. Hey, Dr. Carpy, what's happening, bro? Man, say, I'm loving this update, bro. They just made it 1,000% easier to craft your cards, bro.
For example, Dimension Quest.
Can you only do this one time?
Stages. I just did one to show. And then as you go up that list, you'll be able to upgrade.
This is going to be so helpful for new players.
Agents will be able to.
This is going to be so helpful for anybody that's working on a second deck.
Through this quest, the tutorial will be available to all users, so not just new users. So don't miss a chance to get a 6-star crafted premium card. And lastly, let's take some time to look at the quality of life improvements coming with this update.
Yeah, it looked like a banger. Looks like an absolute freaking man. Atomic nuclear
will be added in some tutorials
deadly device.
Agents, so new agents can catch up a little easier at the 3 heroes that are distributed in the beginning. So that is Captain America, Iron Man, and Black Widow. They will now start at a 6-star. And new agents can also equip a uniform to Iron Man with the Iron Man uniform tutorial. And then next, agents can set a tier 4 skill hero right away from the pop-up notice that shows up when you proceed to content without choosing a tier 4 skill hero. This happens to me all the time. I'll go into some content and it'll be like, oh, you don't have a striker. And then you'll be able to set that up. So I think it's pretty convenient. So let us know in the chat if that's something that helps you.
Yeah.
I always mistakenly forgot to do it. But lastly, the
that'll help.
Enchant count of bulk enchant will now be limited based on your inventory slot, which will prevent inventory slot from being overloaded from now on. And
Man,
we've also added more convenience
long
features
time coming, bro.
errors were fixed. And as you could probably see on the forum, we tried to
And
list
it
out all
looks
of
like
those,
she's
so be
actually
sure to check
gonna
out the
be
forum,
good,
if you're
especially
missing
according
any
to like the
details
patch
here.
notes and
And
shit.
with that, that is the main
Matter of fact,
list of updates.
let me go
for
ahead and get
the
these things
June
cooking,
update so far. I saw
so we
some
can go
questions
over that.
about some of the comic cards there. It should say on the forum if you're looking for any details about which cards are or aren't there. But as always, like I said, there's more details on the forum. Thank you for joining us. But now it's time for that special sweet coupon code. The code is back to the 90s. I think that's a
Yo,
great code.
pop that in. Back to the
so hard, 'cause,
90s.
like usually I have the announcer to back
Yo.
off, and now it's just me monologuing once again. It's like way back in the day before we had
He on
Zoom,
his
so I'm just
ass,
like,
boy.
da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, this
He
coupon
on his
code can be
ass.
used in
I ain't mad
obviously
at him.
settings,
Get on
info,
him.
and
Fix your
coupon.
mic, man.
And if you're an iOS app user, you usually have a
Yo.
coupon registration form
With
pop
me
in the
over here
chat,
with a
but
busted
everyone should
mic.
know where it is if you've been
No,
here
I'm
before. If not,
just playing.
help out your fellow community members by sending that link to them. And with that, that's all for today's announcements. Be
What do
sure
I
to
think
follow
of
us on social
Sunspot?
media for all things Marvel Future Fight.
Honestly,
Like this
I had
video,
to step
subscribe to our channel if you're
away
not. What are you doing here?
when they
Thanks for
were
joining
doing
if
him
you
because
just
I was like,
randomly found us on
tier
the
3
internet.
character.
Normally
I'm
this is
glad
part
he's
where
in
I
the
bounce over
game.
to the
I like
announcer to
his
say,
kit.
how are you doing? And check on him. But with his mic out,
But we'll
it's
talk.
just gonna be
I'm gonna
me.
let him. I'm gonna let him
So,
do his thing.
Again, just want to take a moment to say thank you to all the community members who have joined us every time, regardless of your time zone. I know it could be late for some of us, so thank you very much. Appreciate you always, and we couldn't do this without you. Again, that code is back to the 90s. And good night, everyone. This is Thorell signing off. And the announcer, he's here in the background working. And we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful evening. Everyone known and has seen. So be sure to look forward to them and with this
Yeah. I hope Bishop's mid-month is really strong too. You know, the caveat is really gonna be like Storm, she looks really, really good. Beast, I'm not liking the fact that that fourth skill gets canceled. You really don't get to see him use that sentinel slap shit. Like, that's dope. But you're still getting the hits off of the rock that dropped. So, okay, whatever. And if the majority of the damage is on the 4. Okay, so let's check this out. Okay, there's Mags in the background right there. Straight out of the show. 149 hits off of her combo. That is pretty damn nuts. Especially considering, you know, that tier 4, tier 3 combo, depending on who the striker is, can easily get her hits above 200, maybe more. So that's pretty nice. The one that I'm impressed with is Cyclops. So for those of you that, you know, are banking on tier 4 and Cyclops early because of the patch notes or whatever, it looks like if he's got the DPS, the animations are gonna make him playable. Possibly even really good and really strong, and maybe even proc friendly. So that's a lot. This dude might single-handedly bring back the CTP of energy to the prominence. To prominence. Let's go ahead and hey, we haven't been talking about the uniform options either. So for Cyclops, King in Black Venom is kind of Really wish it was the newest, latest. The Bullseye uniform is kind of a lot of people skipped that one. Paywall in Victorious. Silver Surfer Black is good, but you're talking native tier 2, but free to play character at least. But native tier 2, so that means it's a more expensive uniform. And then you got Rachel Summers. Free to play, yeah, but you know, I don't recommend folks getting her for crystals anyhow, so we ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah, but let's go ahead and fast forward. We'll go check out the other, or actually before we get into Cyclops, we'll do it. 1658. Let's see here. Okay, so for Beast, the optionals are Eric Killmonger. That sucks. Unless they made that uniform 500,000 gold, and I doubt it. That actually sucks. Cyclops Phoenix 5 is also pretty bad. Cable Heart of Darkness isn't so bad, but once again, tier 2 native. Human Torch Classic. Considering there's a Fantastic Four movie literally around the corner, that's dirty pool, honestly. And then you got the newest, latest Hawkeye. So they're really trying to sell those uniforms that are trash, honestly. So that's what this is. Hopefully Storm's optionals are much better. So we got Black Widow Golden Gate Vigilante. That was the uniform that she originally got her tier 4 in, so it's not so bad, I guess. Moon Knight uniform also not too terrible. Ebony Maw, dark obsidian armor. I know a lot of people skip the Emperor's hand or the General's hand ebony maw outfit, so a lot of people may still have this one. Cyclops Modern is actually like, come on, bro, y'all are selling a uniform for the character. Why are all of Cyclops wow, all of Cyclops uniforms that are trash, just about, that are still Crystal Wall, by the way, because they just made a bunch of his uniforms free to play, 500,000 gold, are the optionals. Cyclops Modern, Phoenix 5, and what was the other one? Yeah, Phoenix 5. I know this man don't got one of his own uniforms as his optional. Oh no, he's got Rachel Summers instead. That is pure garbage. That is pure garbage. But Moon Knight, Valkyrie, and Black Widow aren't bad. Cyclops Modern is a horrible uniform option because it literally did nothing for the character and is literally being replaced in the update. So yeah, garbage. Hot fresh Caravaggio. And then the uniform options, Cyclops, of course, Bullseye. So the Hawkeye, Bullseye uniforms that nobody really picked up. The Victorious uniform that nobody really picked up. King in Black, and then Silver Surfer. So each one of these probably have 2 good uniform optionals at best. So really targeting whales and vets with these uniforms, brother. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into Cyclops' skills. The movement speed's pretty good. Yeah, that 5th skill. Excuse me, couldn't get to my button. That 5th skill, absolute thing of beauty. That 3rd skill, also pretty fresh. But let's check that 1 and the 2. So that thing looks like it may be cancelable after that first rip, or is it the second rip that sets it off? Okay, so you may have to skip that skill and sprinkle it in, sort of thing. It's only an iframe on the beginning of it anyway. And then that 3rd skill, Rain Hot Fire. Man. Yeah, man, that 4th looks fucking, man, say, shout out to the animation team for coming up with something brand new. That thing hit 335 times. Look at the AoE on this thing. I ain't worried about how many characters it hit. 172 on what, 5 characters? Bro, that's nasty. This dude got the Omega Beam. This dude got Darkseid's Omega Beam. What the hell? making it cut corners and all this here. See, this is what Cyclops should have been, bro. They actually, shout out to the animation team, bro. Now, the balancing team does not figure out how to make Cyclops good with this kit and these animations. It's a complete travesty. It just is, bro. I'm sorry. And you know what? Now, hold up. Let me see here. Okay, we're on the right page. So, see, hold up. Yeah, pump your brakes there, Psych. So, that's what I'm saying. Now, this makes a lot more sense. This, what used to be ambient radiation, now leader of the X-Men, this could be accurate. This applies to self. 40% increase of energy attack, increase damage dealt to supervillains by 30%, buff applied to himself as a damage dealer. Percentages are percentages, but for himself, it could carry a lot more weight. Like they could weight it differently or whatever. It makes a lot more sense now. He's just applying leadership to everyone else. But the buffs, he keeps it home. Still not understanding why he would not have iframe ignore. Could you imagine iframe ignore on that third skill, bro? Like, hold up. This right here. Second skill. This is the third. But yeah. Can you imagine iframe ignore on this freaking thing? Where you gonna hide from that? You got that, it's gonna rain on your head. Coming right down on you. Skipping all nonsense and tomfoolery and shenanigans and debauchery and hogwash and it just goes right on back. Tips his hat. How you doing? I thank you. And just keep strolling like a player. And bust you right in your chaps, baby. devs, if you are within earshot of this broadcast and this transmission, either on the third skill or on that marvelous fourth skill that whoever designed that I tip my hat to, put iframe ignore on one of them, please. I take either one. Just don't make it the second skill or the first skill. But that one of that, I mean that 3 or that 4, oh man, say you are cooking with gas. And preferably that 4th skill, and then I would turn right back around and call it laser point strike. Or the Cyclops special, whatever you want to call it. Say Cyclops went from X-Men to New God. That 4th skill looks crazy, don't it though? His skills look awesome, bro. They did the absolute fool with Cyclops. I'm not too much interested in the new system as I am with the skill animations, because the ability to be able to combo is so important, bro. And to be able to do it smoothly. It's a slight delay, slight delay, slight delay. But it doesn't look like the hits really start ramping up very early on. Yeah. It actually resets. If you look. See, it goes 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Like right there at the beginning. And it's not from it rolling numbers. It actually reset. So I don't know if it lagged or whatever. But the animation didn't look like it started over. So and then they actually got it right. 3 cancel, 5 cancel, 4. With a 5th skill that's cancelable. With the skill with the most beautiful animation being the one that's like highlighted, bro. That's when you know you done chef's kiss. The only other thing they could have given Cyclops to make him better would have been that skate around with the optic blast type of move. You know me. V-pad, baby. V-pad. Give him a V-pad. With the, call it optic skate. Now, this shit here, it's really difficult to kind of judge this because we don't know what all of these are. This could be attack. This could like this so basically you collect one of these. Hold up. I may have to go back through and listen to 3RL, but oh, they're the unique skills. So okay, this is what we need to check out. Okay, so you got all element damage. You have instinct, crit rate, and crit damage. That's pretty powerful. You got basic damage received down. Then you got HP up. So you can go for damage reduction, or you can go for HP. With damage reduction, it's probably going to do more. It's probably going to synergize with the CTP of Conquest a lot better. and other CTPs in general, it may not offer damage reduction. The main thing is, what are the skills in the common? Like, what are these? And then you have the Sword of Bone, the Chthon Scrolls, the Ebon Rose, and the Serpent Crown. So that's I don't kind of know what to make of these. These down here are pretty straightforward. That's what you're getting. And how much of a boost, who knows? The first two seem to me be more PvE oriented, with the all element damage and the instinct crit rate and crit damage. Although you could argue that you can use this one either way. And then the HP and the basic damage received are obviously PvP effects. So okay, let's get my guy back in here on explaining.
For tier 4 heroes. As you saw on that slide earlier, there are 4 types of elite gear, and the type of elite gear is available for each hero may differ. An elite gear has 4 specializations. Man, whoo, it's hard. Words are hard. Has 4 specialization stats, 3 common specialization stats, and 1 unique stats for the base. And you can kind of see this down here. Just locked out at the moment, but you'll get right in with the materials. For example, Sword of Bones, you see.
Okay. So that's the Chthon Scroll, not the Sword of Bone. And you got all attack, all defense, max HP, crit rate, dodge, and recovery rate. This thing costs Phoenix Feathers and Emkron Shards. And then one of the new materials. So interesting.
We'll have an increase to all elemental damage, where there's a Serpent Crown with the increase basic damage received, and we can even show you right here. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see how it works. Just give a quick unlock. And each character has different gear.
Okay. Cyclops Elite Gear unlocked. Obtain Chthon Scroll. Obtain 1 gear point
That you will need. So you see now we have some, we can manage the gear. Click here.
Okay, so that's regular shit.
Level 1.
Hold up.
We can manage the gear. Click here.
Okay, so same thing with the specialization stats. So you may only be able to pick 1 specialization.
And then I only on level 1, so like.
And then you can level those attacks up. All right. All right, pretty straightforward, eh?
Gonna level up the gear, and let's max it out, shall we? At least here. All right, all the material we have selected, wonderful. Let's push it through. All right.
Jesus, wait a minute.
All the material we have selected, wonderful.
So that was 5,000 dimension debris to go from 1 to 37.
Let's push it.
And then it changed. Wow, right. That's a lot.
And then now we have all these points, so we can apply them wherever we want. Don't mind me. I'm just, giving you a good example. But you apply.
They're trying to make everybody use up all of those hordes of
Look at that, I made the challenge.
Yeah.
When you unlock the gear,
I mean, that's good though.
Level.
It gives you a spot to use all that bullshit.
Stats and specialization stats, as you see, and you can distribute the gear and stats how you would like that suits your heroes and your player style. Aside from old materials, you have noticed 2 new materials in there as well. we have that can be found in the World Boss Legend and Arena Shop. And if you didn't see those are the Godstone here. And the other one, as you saw here, is Power of Demiurge.
I wonder how much this is going to help to balance out some characters that just needed that little bit to get over the hump.
The announcer, anyway. I keep forgetting there's microphone issues. Right.
Of course, you still got to consider that some of the best players in the game with, or some of the best characters in the game would increase by an order of magnitude as well.
Team Battle Arena.
So there is that.
Right. Moving on. Aside from this, a card crafting tutorial has been added and related features have been improved. We'll check that out next, shall we?
They're going to increase the cap in AVX.
Now premium cards can also be changed to premium boost card packs to save your inventory slot. Be sure to always check out those locked cards. Don't want to convert the ones you don't need. And the last thing you want to do is actually use the cards that aren't working. But also, we have this card crafting event going on right here.
Storm's really awesome. She's one of your favorites of all time. So she is my favorite. Storm, Nightcrawler,
but yeah,
Gambit.
Keep going. The last thing, so
the X-Men in general.
The card crafting item. This can change the color of the crafted star that you added. It's called the card recraft ticket. So let me show you that one real quick. And mind my inventory again. This is a test build.
Like after Transformer, G.I. Joe's, Thundercats.
These are just some random ones. Let's go with Gwenpool. Select
maybe He-Man.
All right.
It's X-Men.
You can use items like this to change the color of the stars.
And only because of that's what I was watching the year that came out, sort of thing.
The craft options will also be changed. So please check if you're willing to change the color of the stars, even if the craft option will be changed. All right. So that's the item I wanted to show. We accidentally showed this thing next, but that's okay. Now is the card crafting quest that I mentioned and you've seen in the forum. Let's just do that for fun. Bam, there we go. Got a little bit in action. But all right, now let's go over to the card crafting quest.
Okay, yeah. So yeah.
Test build.
This is the other thing too that I want to kind of understand. Let me mute my guy, get the music back going. Card recraft ticket. Okay, so this is gonna be something new they're gonna sell in the shop, I guess, going forward, more than likely. Okay, so yes, that thing. Card recraft ticket. Change the color of slot 1 through 3. So you can select 3 different slots, or is it just 1 through 3? Change something to blue. Because if it's just the first, second, and third slot, that's gonna kind of suck. They're gonna have to make it where you can pick.
Let's just do that for fun.
Okay, so that's the first. Wait a minute.
There we go. Got a little bit in action.
Whoa.
Let's do that for fun.
Hey, that's just the first 3 options, bro. And 2 of them were blue already. Wait a minute.
Let's just do that for fun. Seen in the forum.
Wait a minute. This This could be.
Let's just do that for.
Okay, so the first two are blue already. So what ideally you would be going for in this situation would be slots 3 and 6. But I guess they're not trying to give you a fully crafted card. And hold on, I need the music because we gotta talk and we gotta chop this shit up and we gotta think about this. So I'm thinking they're not trying to give you the fully crafted card. I'm thinking they're trying to give you. Okay, so this use, never do that. Okay, unless the first 3 slots on the card rolled other than blue. And the last 3 rolled blue. And you have your pierce that way halfway on the card. So slots 4, 5, and 6 rolled blue. But slots 1, 2, and 3 did not. Then you use that thing and get you a fully crafted card. That's going to be so freaking rare. The other way to use it would be to jumpstart an uncrafted card and get you halfway on your journey to pierce that way. Do not use 2 of those on the same card because it will be a waste. Yeah. Yeah.
Available here. Let's see. And then once you collect it, then there's going to be, you can proceed with these quests with a premium comic card you selected, and you'll get that 6-star crafted premium comic card as such. All right. Now, back to me.
You can do the quest and get you a 6-star premium crafted card.
All right. So as you can see here, you can get that 3-star card craft recraft ticket and these here. Check out here. Some of these rewards might be going too fast for everybody. But each quest will require a different kind of thing you need to do. For example, Dimension Quest, clear 10 stages. I just did 1 to show. And then as you go up that list, you'll be able to upgrade your card. And agents will be able to.
That's actually dope.
Pierce damage can get at least 2% through this quest. The tutorial will be available to all users, so not just new users. So don't miss a chance to get a 6-star crafted premium card. And lastly, let's take some time to look at the quality of life improvements coming with this update.
I'm going to have to look and see what cards I don't have crafted.
First of all, a new tutorial will be added, and some tutorials
that I want to use
for new agents. So new agents can catch up a little
and then throw them in there. I hope it's not
the 3 heroes that are distributed in the beginning. So that is Captain America,
Ghost
Iron Man,
Rider,
and Black Widow. They will now start at a 6-star.
Marvel Zombies thing.
And new agents can also equip a uniform to Iron Man with the Iron Man uniform
tutorial. No, I'll get one anyway.
And the next agents can set a
I'll get the Marvel Zombies anyway.
Right away from the pop-up notice that shows up when you proceed to content without
if it's
choosing
in
a
there.
Tier 4 skill hero. This happens to me all the time. I'll go into some content and it'll be like,
Marvel Zombies,
and then you'll be able to set that up. So
Marvel
I think it's very
Zombies.
So let us know in the chat if that's something that helps you. I always mistakenly forgot to do it. But lastly, the maximum enchant count of bulk enchant will now be limited based on your inventory slot, which will prevent inventory slot from being overloaded from now on. And we've also added more convenience features were added and errors were fixed. And as you could probably see on the forum, we try to list out all those. So be sure to check out the forum.
So did they just take swords out of inventory?
Here. And with that, that is the main list of updates.
So did they just take swords out of the inventory, basically, and gave it its own thing? Yeah, shout out 3RL, man. You did a good job holding it down, bro. Really. Let's go here. Back to the 90s. Don't forget to put in your coupon code. Hopefully they got some tier 4 mats in there. Yeah, man, looks like Cyclops is gonna be a banger, bro. From the animations and all of that. Looks like Storm is getting a substantial buff to at least some of her kit. She's getting 15% decreased basic damage received. Personally, I think they could have went higher. They could have went like 20, 25. Like they didn't have to do nothing stupid like 40, 50%, but 20, 25% would have been nice. She's also still has the 7 seconds of invincibility, shock, the paralysis, the ignore defense. She also got bumped to her energy attack from 10% to 30% on her uniform passive. So that's huge. And then I think this is like a 5% increase to her chain hit. So also pretty freaking dope. See, ignore target dodge rate by 60%, ignore defense by 60% for 11 seconds. I think it's the same. 10% damage accumulation off of 1-for-1 on all attack for 11 seconds. And 11 seconds, I do believe, is also the same. This thing is pure lightning damage. The only thing I think may be different would be the 150. Actually, let me just open up the game. Yep, definitely got to pick up dispatch first. This is actually my first time logging in to the game all day. So who are we looking for? Storm. And her tier 3 skill, she has 11, 60, 60, 7 seconds, 11 seconds on 10% for 1-for-1 on all basic attack, the pure damage accumulated, and 150. So they changed absolutely nothing. Like even the 35, this part right here in the paralysis for 2 seconds, that's also exactly the same. So yeah. So that's on the 3rd skill. Let's see, and then she's got the increased skill damage, bonus damage, decrease basic damage received by 15%. We talked about. She still has the passive that applies to all allies of ignore dodge rate and 55% all element damage, so that's going to be dope. So free to players will have access to that passive that we've been enjoying as a paywall seasonal for years now. We got the shock, we got the paralysis on the 1st skill with lightning damage. I'm kind of going through and looking through her skills to see how much of what kind of changed. Nothing on the first. On the second skill, they actually added silence, and no, they took away silence and freeze, which is really nothing, and chill, and they replaced it with snare. So pretty interesting. Then they moved the chill to the third skill, enhances normal skills upon using a skill. So pretty dope there. Chill deals additional cold damage every 30 seconds. So yeah, that's an actual element. So that's nice. Then this thing also does lightning damage. Increase all basic attacks and defenses by 50%. All speed by 5. Crit rate by 45 for 7 seconds with 5 seconds of all damage immunity. So they increase the all damage immunity by a second, which is kind of what we were saying on this stream. And then for the fourth skill, on top of that beautiful animation, they remove the heal and move it to the fifth skill and increase the time. No, they actually decrease the time to cast on it by a second by doing that, because her old skill actually has a cast time of 16 seconds. So that's an 8-second cooldown versus a 7-second cooldown, or 7.5-second cooldown. So they decreased it by half a second, not much. Got some shock, fracture, invincibility on the fourth skill. That I think got moved from the fifth skill. So they flipped the heal and the invincibility, and then they decreased the cast time on that by 2 seconds, from 16 seconds to 15 seconds. 14 seconds. So that's actually dope. Gave that thing shock and fracture, which neither skill had before. We had stun on the 4, and then we had decrease all resistance. So yeah, they actually did a little bit more than what I thought they were gonna do. They added the decrease all resistance, or no, that stayed. They added the chill. I think that they stripped off of the other skill, the chill and the stun, and moved it to the fifth skill, and then put some all defense down with it as well. So that the ramping in hits, everything pretty much being all lightning damage. So pretty much you can build Storm with a lightning obelisk, even though some of these skills say cold damage. And you'll benefit from that cold damage from a CTP of Judgment. I think what matters the most is this this number and this typing. And none of them say cold in that specific area. It's always an additional applies to enemy sort of effect, which is a different calculation because of where it's applied in the equation sort of thing. Anywho, moving right along. We got my guy Beast. Got the 45 increase HP and ignore target dodge rate as a uniform effect that applies to everybody. He's got the also applies to all allies 50% physical attack, 10% crit damage. They actually could have bumped that a lot. And then none of his other passives apply to anybody else. So the rest of this is all him. Increase skill damage, bonus damage by 40% and 30%, and decrease basic damage received by 35%, excluding bosses, trash skill, ignore enemy, decrease damage by 15%. He's not a PvP character, and that's really not a good skill anyway. Decrease chain hit damage by 15% when attacked. That's actually dope. That means that Beast is going to be pretty tanky. And then decrease damage received from reflected attacks by 50%. Reflect all attacks. Super armor increase all basic defenses by 40%. So, yeah, Beast has a shitload of damage reduction built into his kit. Honestly. If only they gave him iframing, he would be a monster PvP beast / leadership for PvE sort of content. From an animation standpoint, is Beast undercooked? No. From a available skills sort of standpoint, yeah. And I would go in and rework his artifacts some kind of way to do something, but it's the Gilgamesh passive. So with all of that decreased damage and then this health bump and HP bump and all of this stuff, like, they could have gave this dude a passive heal that ticked maybe every 2 seconds instead of every 1 second, and still give him the active heal of 40% with all of the damage reduction, and give him an iframing North skill and see what he can do. You know, maybe throw it on his third skill and give him a reset with his 5th skill or something like that. You know, bring back something good that actually worked back in the day. And then ignore all damage over 15% of HP. That would have been perfect for PvP. All they had to do was do it iframe ignore. And maybe a passive heal of some sort. He probably would have been able to cut up pretty damn good. I mean, because you just got to go straight up toe to toe with this dude. You wouldn't be able to reflect him. You wouldn't be able to do a bunch of stuff to him, just if they did those couple of things. But unfortunately, seems like they fumbled the bag at the end, and Beast is going to be relegated to a support. We got the extremely high temperatures sunspot. Tier 3 ultimate skill will be hard for anyone to resist. Okay. 80% chance to burn, 80% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage, immunity, invincibility effect for 8 seconds. And then you got 8 seconds of invincibility with 100% damage proc. And then they loving the 150 this go round. And then deal additional burn damage. Now this I don't understand. I would have picked 3 mutants, 3 random mutants that have not gotten a tier 3 or awakened skill yet. I don't know. Characters like Exodus, Dazzler, you know, that's what kind of threw me for like, what are y'all doing? You know, maybe they throw Negasonic in there or some shit like that. Oh, X-Men, fine. Oh, we don't want it to be too. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. See, that is thinking like that. We got us in this mess. You know, they could have done Phantom X. They could have done, you know, a lot of folks, bro. Well, maybe not a lot. They could have done Kid Omega. He hadn't gotten one yet. It's only a handful of mutants that haven't. All of the rest of them have either gotten a tier 3 or awakened transcendence or something even better. So the only holdovers I think are Phantom X, Jubilee. No, not Jubilee. Phantom X, Exodus, Dazzler finally got hers. So Phantom X, Exodus, and Kid Omega, and then I think Negasonic. None of them have gotten their Awakened Transcendence or Tier 3. So they still could have chose one of them. Still stuck it down in the dumps at Tier 2, level 70, Tiers 25, with nowhere to go. They could have done Bastion, or not Bastion, Sentinel, kind of X-Men adjacent sort of character. I mean, when else are you gonna do a Nimrod update? So kind of a bonehead move, if you ask me. And then we got the new materials for Elite Gear 2, new power materials, Demiurge and Godstone have been added to enhance Elite Gear. And then we got the conditions down here. Unlocking Elite Gear are as follows. Requires Tier 4 level 80 plus 30 basic gear types, 4. So you have to be full Tier 3 or full Tier 4. And then upgrades. After fulfilling the above conditions, these steps will open the hero's elite gear will be available. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun playing around with this thing whenever it comes to the game. Materials for each hero, Godstones and gold are required to unlock an elite gear. Once you have unlocked an elite gear, it starts at level 1. You receive 1 initial stat point. Level the gear up to manage your elite gear screen. Okay. Then you got enhance an elite gear, level up your elite gear. through the elite level up button. Acquire points to enhance your gear. 2 types of enhancement points are acquired when leveling up gear. Okay. Growth materials are used for normal level ups. For 1 gear stat point is acquired for each level up. Okay. Okay, so you got disarmament. Now this is where we can see what's going on with the actual thing, and we don't know if we're gonna get more of these over here. The specialized stats. So you got disarmament, excluding bosses, ignore enemy damage decrease. So we already know we can skip the sword. Boss Slayer, increase basic damage dealt to boss types by however many percent it maxes out to. The instinct damage can go either way, and then the increased instinct crit damage by a percentage. Okay. And then we saw the other ones as well, with the heal and the such. Okay, so these are the ones that he selected for Iron Man based on the Cthulhu scroll. That's going to be interesting, because I want to know what's in those other scrolls, and are the stats different, any of this sort of stuff. Gear stat points can be used to enhance gear abilities. All heroes have the same abilities. Each ability can be enhanced up to level 100 with stat increase of up to 10 to 15%. All attack, all defense, max HP, crit rate, dodge, recovery rate increase. So they're really pumping that recovery rate. Wow, that's going to be something that's going to be stupid for Wolverine. Adding that max HP. Let's see, when elite gear reaches a certain level, you'll be able to proceed with limit break. Break out the level to acquire specialization stat. The level limit break gauge must be filled to 100%. The limit break to succeed. Okay, so there's going to be RNG involved. That sucks, but for the course, the normal, the amount of gauge that is filled depends on whether the limit break is normal success, super success, or perfect success. Yep. So here we go with the bullshit. Roll the dice with your material. You're welcome. There goes all your BAM, your Chaos Norn Stones, and all that other shit you've been saving all this time, but you're probably going to run out of the new material first anyway. Limit break occurs at gear levels 40, 80, 120, 160, 180, and 190. Gold and God Stones are always required for level limit break. Many materials for each, main materials for each limit icon. Mystery materials, gear enhancement materials, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Growth materials. Wow, they're making this formats and stuff. And potential transcendence materials. So I guess if you're using this on a potential transcendence tier 4, such as Doc Ock, let's say, or Sue Storm, then it's going to cost you. That's actually not a bad trade-off for them, because you may not be using tier 4 materials in their case. You may be maxing out just the transcendent stuff, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Specialization stat points used to enhance specialized stats with a maximum of 7 points are available. Okay. Okay, meat and potatoes. Boss Slayer increased damage dealt to boss types. So I'm excluding bosses and cause damage decrease by a number, increase instinct damage, common specialization, and specialization. Root of life. Loss of self, increase of HP. Damage control, serpent crown, unique skill, applies self, decrease basic damage, 5%. Conquer of element, sword. All unique. Yep. So I don't know. It's a lot to wrap your head around. It is a lot to wrap your head around. And then you got the card crafting event. So really be careful with this thing. Well, not this thing. Well, yeah, this too. Looks like they got some pretty good cards in here. Do not choose a trash card. If you don't know, please consult a content creator or ask someone or something, like, but don't just select one and roll with it. Okay, we're definitely going to be having to do a live about this whole thing. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it here. We'll finish unpacking this thing because it's a lot to get through with the rest of these patch notes, and I have to hit up work tomorrow. It's already 10:30 and we have been going for almost 2 hours, so we will call it here and we'll unpack the rest of this thing during the next live stream, and it will be after the update goes live. So it may not be tomorrow, maybe Wednesday after I get off work, something like that. But I'm just saying, the next time you see me, you gonna see me as X-Men 97. So y'all like, comment, share, sub, let me know what y'all think down below. Hit that thumbs up, that notification bell, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Hey, yo, appreciate it. I got a reason to be hyped. We all do. Right. I'll let y'all know. Peace.
Change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I
tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile